don't know about you, but I absolutely hate criticism. To the point where I will just not do something, not say something, not act a certain way to avoid being criticized. Isn't that weird? Actually, if you think about it, that is very much tied into being anxious and having anxiety. Why though? Well, it has something to do with the fact that being criticized is being judged. And one of my fears is having people hate me. So I'm going to share with you guys a little story, a personal experience, if you will, about one of my work experiences. It was my first job. I had been left alone. It was like the first night that I was left alone. And some of the duties that I had to do included ear piercings. It was getting late in the night. It was probably about an hour before we closed. And a lot of people came into the store. I helped them out and stuff. And then I had 2 ear piercings come in at the same time. So this is the first night that I was closing on my own. I want to heavily put that out there, as that it was my first job ever closing alone in the store. I was very frazzled. The 2 ear piercings came in, and I did the perfect procedure. I sat them down, I walked them through the sheets that they have to sign and stuff, and the contracts and stuff. And at the same time, I was balancing people at the cash. Now, one of the worst fears that any new employee can have on their first night closing alone is having a lot of people in the store at the same time and then having them all check out at the same time. So guess what happened? Everyone decided to check out at the same time. So I was running back and forth between the cash and doing ear piercings and making sure that the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed and blah blah blah. And then, I got everyone rung through. I had no issues until I got into work the next day. And my manager pulls me aside and takes me into the back room and says, "Olivia, how was your night last night?" And I was like, "Oh, well, it was kind of busy. I had a lot of people come in, and then they all came out at the same time, and I had 2 ear piercings come in, and that went out fine." I felt pretty confident about it. And she said, "Well, apparently it wasn't that great of a night." And I was like, "Whoa, what? What do you mean it wasn't that great of a night?" And she explains to me that a customer had called in and said that the little girl who was working last night should have had somebody monitoring her because she was running around like a chicken with her head cut off. And that, it just like blew me away. I was like, I thought I handled that situation pretty friggin' well. I made sure that everyone was accounted for and that everyone was taken care of and that any questions were answered. I even did 2 ear piercings, and yet someone still found a way to complain about me. And I was hurt. I was hurting inside. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Somebody hates me out there. So I spoke to my mom about it. And I was like, so there was a customer, apparently that wasn't happy with my performance. They complained to my manager. I don't know what to do. And my mom just calmly told me, "Olivia, you will never please everyone. All you gotta do is just realize that that person probably has some issues that they don't know about, or that they do know about, and they're taking it out on you. So all you gotta do is basically let it roll off your shoulders, let it get off of your back. It was not a personal attack, it was just somebody being rude to an employee, which happens frequently. And you just gotta realize that you're doing your job. So keep doing it, because you're doing it really well." And I was like, wow, I've never actually thought about it that way. That's actually really, really helpful. So the next day, I went in and I was like, okay, so I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to let somebody make my day bad just because their day was bad. and I'm just going to keep doing my job. All I can say is that that one piece of advice that my mom gave me is probably the best piece of advice I've ever gotten about that situation. But I wanted to share that story with you because I want to start building confidence as well. And I mean, if you're anything like me, you have confidence issues in the workforce. Whether it be with employees, co-workers, or even customers, you have some issues like I do. And I wanted to share that story with you. I'm all dressed up for work, darling. Yeah, I just wanted to make a little quick video for you guys. I know that it's not outside because it is Friday, but it is crap outside. Also, it's gonna be a little bit hectic for a while because, announcement, I am currently in the process of moving. Yeah, buddy, we're moving. I mean, it's just into a different building, but I'll be getting on the 3rd floor, and it'll be a 2-bedroom, so it'll be awesome! I get my keys in like 2 weeks, so I'm super excited, and yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys, see how you guys are doing. And really, if you ever feel like you're being consumed by a job or something, just stick with it and remember that when you enter those doors, you're that employee for that company. But as soon as you leave those doors, you are you again. You don't have to worry about so-and-so taking that shift or blah 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 doing something else. Like, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because as soon as you leave those doors, you're your own person again. And I mean, if somebody sees you when you're off shift and they recognize you, you say hi and give them a smile, and that's it. You don't have to talk to them about work. If they say, why don't you want to talk to me about work, you just say, that's my own personal business and I don't like talking about it out of the work. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a really great day, and I hope that you guys take a little something from this video, because I am going to start sharing my personal stories from work with you. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Bye. Ooh, the irony. This happened to me today at work. I have a lot of brides coming in looking for their bridal shoes, and this was a girl who was looking for her bridal shoes. She came in, she tried on a pair of shoes, she didn't know if she would like them or not with her wedding dress. So what she wanted to do was take them home, and then if they didn't work, get her money back. But when I explained to her that we don't do money back, she started yelling at me and saying things like, that's so stupid, why would you guys not give money back, that's such a stupid policy, like I can't believe that you guys would ever do that kind of policy. I actually had a very calm demeanor to her. I was like, I'm very sorry that you feel that way, but that's not my policy, that's my company's policy, and I have to respect that. And she threw the shoes back in the box, stormed out of the store, and I hope I don't ever see her again. And I just wanted to let you guys know that it happens all the time. All the time.